Our food. God designed food to be fruits and cereals. Then later on in Genesis, He adds also vegetables as food. These were the 3 things God told us that we should eat. So when we read the plan of God and we find those things, why would we eat something different that makes us sick? The Reverend Pastor Etienne Lombard, vegan.
With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
We now invite you to watch the next part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message titled Exalted Womanhood, Part 15 of 20 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on November 13th, 2024.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe.
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia.
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia.
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves the Supreme Master.
Africa.
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
And South America.
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
As well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet. And it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
Sorry, sensitive images, but in reality, it's absolutely heartbreaking.
I often also make offerings to monks. I do not discriminate between the animal people, meat-eating monk, priest, or non-meat-eating priest or monk. Maybe it depends on tradition, but mostly eat whatever's given in your own bowl. That's it. Now, if you know people already very well, you could tell them, please give only vegan, because as a monk, you have compassion. That's why you want to become a monk. You want to be a Buddha so that you can help others lessen their suffering. Eating meat causes a lot of suffering for the animal people. Your own body also, you might have sickness because of that. And it's also very harmful for the planet because the methane that is produced unwittingly or wittingly out of animal people rising will warm the planet. And that's why we have climate change now. And that's why we have so many terrible disasters coming, like terrible floods, terrible typhoons, terrible storms, extra more than usual, and not at the expected time. If you like that type of a life and you already been doing this for a long time and you can't change, then maybe that is your destiny to do it. But please choose vegan so that the animal people don't have to suffer for you, even though you don't hear their cry. You don't see them being murdered, but you know where the animal people meat comes from. Do not be too busy to remember this or to study about that. You can look on the internet and films to see how the animal people are tortured all the days of their lives in small little crates that they could not even move in, not to talk about turn around. You can look on our Supreme Master television. We show that sometimes. To my heartache, we have to. In reality, it's even worse than what we see. It's just a little bit, a glimpse on the screen. Because that's a day in, day out for them. It's not just a few seconds flitting on the screen, but it's day in, day out, all the days of their lives. And they suffer so much, so much, so much. And they are deep in their urine and feces. And how can you even eat that? Eat the suffering and the filth as well. You are a monk, you are a noble being. You am high. You am to be a Buddha, the top of all creation. And you eat this filth, and you eat this kind of meat, which causes suffering, untold suffering to all living sentient beings. And you're supposed to deliver them. You're supposed to help them minimize suffering. But eating animal people, meat, will leave you out in the cold. No, I mean in the heat of hell. Excuse me, Your Reverence. I told the truth. I swear to Buddha, I told you the truth. And yeah, I guess you know that. Karma, you know the law of karma. What you sow, so shall you reap. The same in Christianity, the same in other religions. And if you have a chance to go to hell, you will know what I'm talking about. I hope you don't have a chance to go there, not for suffering, not to go there to be judged and get the punishment, horrible punishment, but just to visit, if you have been merit for that. Only people with a pure heart and merit can go to visit hell. Otherwise, the moment you go there, you're doomed, you're finished. You'll be in pain forever. Even just for a few days seems to be forever already, not to talk about there is some forever hell. I'm not saying you definitely have to stop begging, because maybe your country continues that kind of lifestyle, so you have to do it with them. But you have to tell the donor, the offerer, to give you vegan food only, and later they will all know that, and they will give it to you. Rather die of hunger than commit the killing karma, because it will come back to you 10,000-fold or more than that. Depends on how long you live, how much you eat, how many animal people you bury in your stomach like a graveyard. Now maybe it is your destiny to go out begging for food. And I don't blame you, nobody blames you, because we all have our destiny, even as monks. We have our karma, we have our destiny already prepared. And you can't change it unless you become enlightened and truly get out of the cycle of birth and death. There is a monk who is the king of beggars. He's a kind of a beggar king, just like many other kings, just a different kind of kinghood. He's a beggar king, but he became a monk in the physical life, and he also goes out begging every day. He goes everywhere, not just inside his village or his hometown. So he can't even change that. Maybe if he prays a lot, then he can change. He can settle down somewhere and let people who follow him, who respect him, come and make offerings to him. It's safer for him and more convenient for people to come and visit. But if you are kind of a beggar king of beggars, and then you become a monk, and you go begging for alms, then it's your destiny. But if people mistake your destiny for Buddhahood, and crown you as Buddha, then it's no good for you at all. There are many worlds, not just our world. You know that. The world of demons, world of zealous ghosts, world of all kinds. And there is also a world called punishing world. Many dog people are in this world. Many dog people are officials or kings of this world. And the dog people will judge people from their world, who is good, who is bad. They make some judgments, not all the judgments, of course, but according to their power and their position, they can judge humans as well. So, woe to whomever it's dog people. Smith, oh my God, they don't know what's waiting for them. This is one of the worlds. I know that. But, of course, not every human knows this world. So they also are helping, they also have a duty to judge humans according to their merit or their sin. And definitely, if you are not friends with dog people, or if you abuse a dog person, or if you eat dog people, oh God, oh God help you. And there are many other words, like the karma word, the war word, the peace word. Each word has a king. And there's another word called crowning word. And that crowning word also has a king. And one monk is supposed to be the beggar king, but also in the physical life, he's a begging monk. And if people, the followers of that religion, maybe Buddhism, for example, if the people, the followers, the faithful of Buddhism, mistake his begging asceticism for high enlightenment or even Buddha attainment, and if that beggar monk does not correct that, and even inside his heart feels proud, feels happy, feels good, because people worship him and offer him things, praise him and treat him like a Buddha, and he's happy with all that, then he will be in trouble, because the crowning world will not like that. They will not accept that. This is the thing that many monks do not understand. And because if the karma, the destiny of that monk has not finished, and people already say he's a Buddha and all that by mistake, or just by too much belief in the teachings of the Buddha, and too longing, too thirsty to see some holiness in some monk. But they should know that holiness doesn't mean asceticism. Asceticism may help a little. It depends also. So now if that beggar monk, the monk for alms, destiny has not finished being the king of beggars, and he has already jumped around or accepted people calling him a Buddha or treating him like a Buddha, and inside he's happy to be worshipped, adored, and offered like that, then the crowning world will not be happy. They might make a lot of trouble or obstruct him in becoming a Buddha later, even if he aspires to, because each one in our world has a duty to do something. And if you don't do it, then you have to do it again until you do it perfectly, the way you should do it. Everyone, not just the begging monk or the beggar king who became a monk, because like that, he's misleading people and pointing to people in the wrong direction, worshipping the wrong person, the wrong being, who has not been worthy of worship and who has not done his kingship perfectly as a king of beggars. Actually, it's like that. There are many kings in the whole universe. Each one does different things, takes care of different work. So the king of beggars cannot do much more than just go begging, so he also cannot help himself. But he could also stop and beg in one place. And meanwhile, also inside, he has to take care of the beggars. He might not even know it if he's not enlightened enough. Then he doesn't know who he is and what he's doing subconsciously while he is on the planet as a human, in a human form. He has to take care of all the beggars. So when they're in trouble, he has to go there and comfort them or help them what he can. But if he enjoys being placed on a pedestal and being called a Buddha and doesn't want to go down from there, or he's too comfortable to stay there, then his merit will be deducted a lot. And if he cannot complete his work in this lifetime as a king of beggars, he doesn't do well because he doesn't concentrate on that. Just concentrates on being worshipped and adored and receiving offers and being prostrated to and all that. Then he cannot have enough time and concentration to help the beggars and to fulfill his duty as the king of beggars. The next lifetime, if he's lucky, he has to continue to be the king of beggars again until he does it perfectly. Or he has to become just a normal beggar, stripped of his crown, of his position. It depends on how much he neglects his job.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Vegan business, smart entrepreneur.
Sorry, sensitive content, but in reality, it's absolutely heartbreaking.
Why be afraid of the cemetery? You carry it 24/7 in your body. Be vegan, fear-free.
Vegan-loving viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode titled Exalted Womanhood, Part 15 of 20, on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is multi-part series on ancient predictions about our planet, Prophecy Part 328, Awaken True Love with the Savior to Dissolve Calamity, right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Being vegan, having peace, heaven, Godspeed.
Supreme Master TV Max. Maximize your blessings at home, work, and anywhere.
All of you should try to set up your telephone. You go onto the site for suprememastertv.com/max or Polia, Pocha, Livia. Then you can set up your computer or even your handy smartphone without SIM into 40 quadrillion screens of Supreme Master Television. The dots are very, very small, but there are 40 quadrillion screens behind them. And if you have several no-SIM phones set up on that, then it's a lot. And that kind of concentrated huge, incredible energy. We bless your home, bless your environment, your village, your town, or your city. And if many people do that, we bless your country, bless the world. So we will have less disasters.
To utilize this tool free of charge, please visit suprememastertv.com/max or youtube.com/@folia999/streams.